So, I wanted to talk to you outside today because I have a sweet little message that I wanted to share with you about something that I found at the beach this past weekend. It was Mother's Day, and I have my little mic because there's lots of noise. But um, I went to the beach this past weekend, and I don't know if you're one of these people, but I just love to get out and drive when the world just gets noisy and my brain gets fuzzy. And it's just a beautiful way that I can just turn everything off, roll down my windows, and just let the wind in my brain, the wind come and just blow my brain free. And so I did that. It was Mother's Day, and it was Daddy weekend with the boys. And so, I have people who are like, that's weird. I'm like, no, if you're a mama, you understand like the value of mommy time is so precious. And so it was just kind of really sweet that the Lord allowed me to just have, my little mommy weekend for Mother's Day. But I wanted to just get away, and so I got in the car and started driving. And as I'm driving, I started my A Simple Little Pearl. Uh, I started it as a blog website, and it was really just to share with women specifically about their worth. When I came out of a really hard season where I didn't feel very great about myself for various reasons. And, even starting out as a little girl, with words and things that have been spoken to you, spoken about you, spoken over you, you just start to create this idea that there's something wrong with you and that you're not good enough. And, you know, the way that you are, there's something wrong with the way that you are. And then, growing as a person is awkward. It has its awkward moments. And then, people and things that happen and whatever, it just creates this big idea where you're not enough, that there's something wrong with you, that you're not worthy of love. And so there came a point when all of that came to a head, and the Lord stepped in and he was like, listen here, little girl, here's who you are to me. And I'm the one that created you, and I'm the one that matters. And so he really did show me my worth in him, and that all the little things that have been picked on and done um, can now become beauty for me. And so I created A Simple Little Pearl with that mission to let anybody out there know that just because your life hasn't been perfect, and it could have been extremely painful, whether it's through betrayal, rejection, abuse, um, words spoken over you, even ideas that you've created in your own mind. You could have been lifted up your whole life, but you, for whatever reason, are tearing yourself down. All of those little things can come to a head and become a beautiful message when you realize your worth in the Lord. And I created A Simple Little Pearl with that mission because when I was studying how a pearl is created, it's like you have this oyster, and there's all of these irritants that enter the oyster throughout time. And as the little irritant comes into the oyster shell, it immediately covers it with like this stuff. And as all these irritants are coming in and it's covering them, finally over time the pearl is created. So it's like what once was an irritant to the oyster has now become its treasure. And that was so beautiful to me because I'm like, all the little irritating things that happen to us in our life can eventually become our treasure. It's our message. It's our hope that we have for ourselves, and also that we can give to other people and just spread that. And so I created A Simple Little Pearl with that in mind. And so as I was driving to the beach, I was just processing all of that. Like, is that dumb? Or, am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing with it? Am I off track? Am I even on the track? Like, is there even a track? And so I asked the Lord, I'm like, I need some clarity. I need something from you that can solidify that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So I continue my drive. I get to the beach. I have a couple places that I love to go thrift at. So I went thrifting, and there's a place that I love to go eat at. So I went and grabbed my lunch, and then a lot of times when I go to the beach, I don't even go to get in the water. I just go to watch the water because there's just so much peace in it. And so I pulled over. Well, there's an area that I usually pull over in, and it was all overgrown, so I couldn't. And I loved this area because when I go in there, it's like covered, like the ground is covered with little shells. And I love that about that little spot. I'll normally collect me a couple of them, but it was all overgrown and I couldn't pull over. So I went down the road and I found an area that I could pull over in. And so I just roll my windows down and just letting the wind kind of just blow through and just watching the water. And I end up getting out and I go over to the passenger side again, just watching the water, enjoying the view. And all of a sudden, I look down, and I've been there probably now doing this for about 5 minutes. And I look down, you guys, and it's crazy that it took me this long to notice, but the ground is covered with all of these shells. Like, that's not a little shell. It's almost like somebody came and just dumped buckets of them everywhere just in this little spot. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like look at that. It's so pretty. And they're like hand size. They're like big old shells. And immediately I knew, I'm like, okay, Lord, like I know there's something in this. I know that this is something, that I'm not just right here for no reason, seeing all of these beautiful, empty, quirky shells. And so I pick some of them and I'm coming home and I'm, just over these past couple of days, I'm just kind of processing this, like, what's the message? Like, I know there's a message. What's the message? And it came to me today that as I'm looking down at all of those shells, they're empty. They're empty shells, which means that there once was a pearl that was in the shells. And that's so beautiful because now those pearls are out doing what they do, and that is shining bright, and that is letting their worth be seen and letting their worth be received, because that's what pearls are. They're gifts. They bring worth to people. It's like, here, here's a beautiful pearl necklace, and then the girl puts it on, and then it's something beautiful and special to her and makes her feel beautiful. And it's like, that is exactly what I am hoping for a simple little pearl, is for it to be a place where you can shine, for you to know that you're worthy. You're worthy of love. You're worthy of his love. You're worthy of the calling that he's placed on your life. No matter what has happened to you, it does not make you. He's the only one that can create. He's the only one that created you. And so he's the only one that can create that purpose in you. This world will try to bring whatever it's going to bring against you to keep your purpose from shining. But he's the one that created you. He's the one that called you to do whatever it is that he's called you to do. And the main thing is to know your worth in him, because you are so beautiful to your father. And it's not so much that you're like, it's not the outside beauty, that we tend to concentrate on. It's the inside and then that beauty shines out and then becomes a story, and becomes a light, becomes an attraction for other people. And they're like, I don't know what it is about you, but you're just like, there's something about you that's different. And that's the beautiful thing about it, is I'm a kind of a creative person, and so when I look out at things and everything starts to look the same, I'm like, that's weird, because there's so much uniqueness and creativity in just what the Lord has created. And so when the world starts to look the same, it's like kind of like a red flag. I'm like, why is everything looking the same? Like, this is weird. Because you are so different, and the world needs your story. The world needs, no matter what it's looked like. And while, there's a scripture in the Bible that says what the enemy meant for evil, God will turn it around and make it for good. No matter how horrible and traumatic, and I'm not diminishing any of that, because there has been, I get it. I get that not everybody has lived a perfect, beautiful life, but it can be beautiful. You can turn all of the ugly around. And, it's funny because I'm divorced, and when I was going through, not funny, but ironic, when I was going through my divorce, um, there was there were so many women that I was ministering to as I am going through my divorce. I am helping them, trying to keep their marriage together. And it's but that's the way that the Lord works. It's like, while we're deep in a mess of something, we can still let our light shine. We can still help other people, and it's almost like, as you're helping other people, it's helping you. And so that's what I just feel is so needed in this world, is for us to recognize our worth in the Lord, know our value in Him and who He created us to be and what He wants us to be and the purpose He wants us to fulfill. And once we do that, this world will have so much light in it. It's like, that's what that's what we're supposed to be, is a light to this world. We're not supposed to dim our light to fit in with the world, which I feel like is what a lot of us end up doing. Is we're supposed to, and I get it, because then it makes you stand out. Not everybody likes to stand out. Oh my gosh, there's a beautiful bird that's yellow. And it stands out, and I see it as beautiful. It's not all like all the other ones, and that's so beautiful. And that's exactly how we're supposed to be. Is we're supposed to be a light. We're supposed to shine bright, and it might make people uncomfortable, and they may not like you. You may make people uncomfortable, but that's okay. Shine bright. Be the voice that He needs you to be in this world, to bring hope, to bring worth, to bring um, strength and just power to other people. Like, your voice can rise up within somebody else and make them powerful. And it's because you're igniting your light, your fire is igniting somebody else's and being like, hey, that's right. I need to shine. And so I just wanted to bring that encouragement to you, that if you are somebody who's kind of struggling with their worth, which I think we all do. I mean, even now that I even know the truth about myself, I still have to remind myself of it, because, things still happen, life still goes on. And so you just got to be like, nope, nope, this is who I am. I'm not that. I'm this. And so I just wanted to encourage you with that truth that I received this weekend at the beach. And I'm going to wash all of these shells. But I pray that you have a good day, and I pray that this message resonates with you in some way and just helps you to have the courage to flaunt those flaws. That's what I say. I'm flaunting my flaws. I'm not hiding them. I'm going to flaunt them, and be who God created me to be. And that's creative and beautiful and shiny. I'm shining, shiny, shining bright. So, y'all have a good day, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.